time around. And I know why it happened. It's because you have seen some very intimidating posts by these guys, Pinap, Rohan, I don't know. You get intimidated, and so it happened to me as well. And still I managed to post only one post on Bookoholics, all the books that I have been reading. You see the response in here. एक दिन मेरा friend प्रणव he PM me, दोस्त Bookoholics पर books कई था तू वांचे से लगे, निम्न के चांदा मामा थोड़ो लगे. So I know it's very intimidating, but it happens to everyone. It's wonderful to be here. It's only the second time I'm here. I'd like to talk about show pictures about Chadar track. I, my friend Alok, Dr. Kalpesh Jain, if you know him, we had gone to Chadar to the Ladakh in February. The vista is magnificent. You have been there, you've seen it. But what it does is it makes a poet out of a normal guy. It makes a writer out of a common man. What I like to do is read some verses that I have written there in those extreme minus 30-degree conditions. This verse is "And the Chadar runs." Can you see? And it's an ode to our dying rivers. We have such beautiful, pristine rivers in our country, and 90% of those rivers are heavily polluted. And this ode is on the dying rivers of India. I personified the Zanskar river, the Chadar, as a woman, and I hope you like it. Crumpled white sheet of snow by her thigh, the sleeping butte stirs by my side. Peaceful dreams flicker her lashes, stretches, yawns, and her waves flashes. She squints at the sun, tosses and turns, and the Chadar runs. Peeps, smiles, and sleeps one more dream. I watch her bosom swell with each breath she takes. Chadar gorgeous, I whisper and touch, she quivers. Winter hibernate her no more, icy nights a thing of yore, and the Chadar runs. Wide awake, she dazzles me with her eyes green, hums a love song from the mountains she had been. Throatily she laughs as I goosebump on her embrace, snuggles close to my chest, last time she does. Leaves a fresh breath on my neck, she kisses adieu, and the Chadar runs. I watch the pristine Chadar undulate away through the valley with a woman's sway. In the know of her fate, I sigh in vain. Beauty to be soon sullied by sewage drain. Polluted, tainted, dishonored by us, ask I why. Ravaged, oh muffled, the Chadar will cry. And yet the Chadar runs. And yet the Chadar runs. And yet the Chadar runs. Thank you. This wrote about the Zanskar River. And we walked on this frozen Zanskar River for a couple of weeks, walked around it. This river is frozen in winter, and it's in the summers it meets in this river, ends up into Pakistan, ends into the Arabian Sea at Karachi. And I would like to, what I do is, I'm more into photography, but I like to write small snippets under all the pictures that we take. And what I'll do is I'll just read what I have written. on a couple of these pictures. Nights on the frozen Zanskar River are magical. No electricity means no light pollution, no cacophony of man-made machinations. You hear yourself breathe heavily and the snow crunch under your feet as you walk on the whitest of the white snow lit by a full moon. You gasp more due to the breathtaking vista and less to the high altitude rarified. You sense the river flow, albeit muffled under the ice and snow sheet, the Chadar, and the billion stars silently twinkle at you from light years away. Chadar is one nature's magic show which I would watch again and again.
Next slide.
The Chadar, it looks so serene and spectacular, right? But on the very first night, I faced the cold reality that my sleeping bag was meant for -5 degrees and wouldn't really cut the cake in the ambient -30 degrees Celsius. I tossed and turned, shivered uncontrollably. I tried spot cycling, Xavier School PD drills in a claustrophobic, zipped, cold sleeping bag to no avail. I recall the Birbal's Khichdi story many a times in the night. Neither the distant glowing lamp's heat nor sleep would come. I tried burying my fingers in every available warm orifice. Excruciating pain wouldn't leave my digits. They still hurt after a week. अभी काफी time हो गया, but अभी भी pain हो रहा है. I could hear snores rumble from Tim Vollmer and Alok Karulkar in the neighboring tent. And I fired a few Surti 4-letter vocab at them. It was so good. A true frigid first night story fit for an agony aunt column. This is how the porters, stay over there. They don't have a sleeping bag or a tent like us. They are staying in caves. And whilst we were whining about the conditions, in spite of being layered under cages of winter wear, the 22 Ladakhi porters would lug heavy loads the whole day. In the extremely cold nights, they would merrily sing Ladakhi songs, tell stories about their villages and families deep inside the Zanskar Valley. The fire, a ragged sleeping bag, and fond memories were all that they needed inside these caves to keep them warm in the -25 degrees Celsius night. First crush. Frozen Zanskar River is a chameleon. It morphs its colors and state every few hundred meters and changes by the hour. This huge patch was a solid thick slab of slippery transparent ice which reflected the azure of the sky. I silently followed in a penguin slide behind Kalpesh Jain and Sandhu, our track assistant guy, the two guys out there in the red, and kept on clicking images and videos. I admired them in the LCD screen and started walking faster with a smile. A big mistake. Before I knew, I slipped, was airborne, and although I managed to keep the camera up and safe in my left hand, truly befitting a retired cricketer, I had twisted and nosedived on my right cheekbone. Third, the lights went out for a few seconds. It felt like a vicious left uppercut of Neha the boxer. Neha is my wife, sitting in the corner. I heard the referee count till 6 before I staggered on my knees. The new Oakleys, now broken and separated, dangled on my ears. I could feel the warmth of blood oozing out from the gash. I could sense the numbness before the pain seared through my teeth. I thought of applying ice to reduce the edema and really wondered if that would be the right course of action upon hitting the ice. Kalpesh Jain told me I looked okay, like a watermelon, green, black and red. Any fellow tracker who publishes my swollen face picture on the web will be seriously sued by my lawyer, Rohan Kaji. You'll never forget your first crush on the chadar. Yes, on the chadar track, you of course take in the majestic, awe-inspiring surroundings. But essentially, you are there enjoying your own solitude and being with your own self as you walk along the endless river. You hear yourself breathe under the muffler wrapped around your face, and you think of life gone by and what lies ahead, about people and things, places, wants and desires. The brain never stops worrying, does it? Suddenly you stop dead in tracks, admire the stillness of the mountains, the sunbeams lighting up the narrow gorge, and the river echoing your thoughts. You smile at the realization that you, your own self, are a pretty nice guy to be with. Thank you, thank you.